Hello, cats and kittens. Orewa Jose Yoroshku. Uh, Crisis Corner today. I'm looking at One Piece 866. Just giving impressions on it. Interestingly, the one thing that not the one problem that I thought I would have with doing Big Mom's backstory, I thought that if Oda went back and did her backstory and it humanized her, and if it made her a sympathetic character, then the attempt on her life would seem not very heroic, not very Mugiwara-like. But we don't have to worry about that. Big Mom. Big Mom is a piece of work. I mean, I'm trying to understand. She does have some kind of an eating disorder. We already seen that from the present. Is she like mentally retarded? I don't know. A Yonko couldn't get on in the world not having all their marbles. Even if you look at somebody like, say like Kaido. Kaido is a lunatic, true. He is impetuous. He even his subordinates, Jack, people like that are also, they follow suit. Big Mom is psychotic, it seems. She does have that eating disorder where she goes mad if she doesn't get this and that, and essentially goes on a rampage and even kills her own people. How does she keep a crew together or maintain her kingdom or whatever it is that she has? I don't know, because I don't see much redeemable about her so far into the backstory. Well, let's go into the backstory. First of all, one thing I did want to mention, page 3, if you're looking at the online scanization or whatever you call that, that little piece with with Luffy and Capone and Sanji and Brook and them with their little mafia outfits on, and that's a cool pic. I don't know if Oda drew that. I don't think he did, but whatever it is, if they put that poster out and colored it, I put it up on the wall or something. That's a cool pic. Even little Chopper, he got his little bubble blowing thing, and Luffy drinking milk. It's cool pic. It's a very cool pic. All right, that aside, this Mother Caramel. Wow. Okay, so she has a good heart, I guess you could say. She actually helped avoid needless slaughter by keeping the Marines from slaughtering those giants, executing them at the guillotine, and reasonably so, because if they did that, then the giants from Elbaf would have went on a rampage and did, it would have been a mess. All right, so she has her good points. Takes in children, takes in Lin after she's abandoned by her parents on Elbaf, which is just awful, but at the same time you can see that it was either abandon her on the island or take her out. She was destructive. She couldn't be tamed. They say she's human, but I don't really see how, because she's abnormally big, ridiculously strong. That's not human. She's a mutant at the very least, if you want to go into Marvel territory. But yeah, she ain't human. Well, let's say she is. Alright, so Mother Caramel takes her in. She tries to get the other kids to accept her, even though she's still has this destructive streak. She takes in a bunch of kids, actually. And if you look at the kids themselves, how do they benefit socially from Mother Caramel's guidance, if you want to call it that? I don't see her guiding anybody. She just takes people in. They're ready little kids, and she just loves them and accepts them as they are and doesn't try to train them. I mean, the brats and little bratty little kids, and she takes them in and just feeds them and so forth. But I don't see her being a mentor or being a particularly good influence, except for the fact that she tries to accept people. That's fine. You can accept an axe murderer, but expect to see murders afterwards if you don't correct them. So she takes in Big Mom and the situation with the bear. I mean, Lin, little Big Mom. Anyway, she's not there. You know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to wonder, is she mentally off? Her perspective is not correct. So she sees a bear fighting with a wolf, and out of compassion or whatever, she tries to get them to get along, so she puts them in a cage together. That's a mistake. The bear eats the wolf. She tries to discipline the bear and kills him with one blow. Her strength is ridiculous. She sees somebody from the long arm tribe. You know, they got those multiple joints. She figures that that's an aberration of some sort, so she tries to break off the arm at the joint, so she would have the person would have a regular joints like normal humans. That's not cool. Okay, rips the fin off of a fish man, thinking that the fish man shouldn't have fins. And Mama Carmel tells her, just like with the long arm fella, she says, no, they're supposed to be like that. No, fishmen are supposed to have fins. And then commence to tell people to forgive her for doing these things. On what basis? I don't know. I mean, the fisherman without his fin probably not going to forgive her that much, but, you know, whatever. So her Mama Carmel, I don't see her helping those kids. And she definitely didn't help Big Mom, Lin. Okay, so past that, okay, so Lin grows up on Elbath. The only people who can basically deal with her to any degree. But then we run into the situation where they have their little solstice thing, which basically conforms to Christmas and Lent and all of those little traditions that essentially come from the winter solstice, if you want to be real with it. And they have to fast. All right, putting Lin on a fast is not. You can see that's gonna go off the rails. Fine, they tell her to eat a Selma or Selim or whatever. That you eat that before the fast, and it tastes good. Semla. So she eats it, and she's like, oh, it's tasty and such. But then the fast comes in, and she's like, oh, I think I'm gonna die. You know, I need something to eat. Okay. Eventually, she goes on her rampage because she hasn't had anything to eat. And wrecks Elbath, or at least wrecks a town in Elbath. So, I mean, she's not. Big Mom is not very redeemable so far into the backstory. And Mother Carmel is not very. I mean, I can see how Big Mom would love her, because Big Mom, I mean, Mother Carmel excused everything that Big Mom ever did and treated her like a spoiled brat, and spoiled brats like being treated like spoiled brats. So we see what you get from that. The current Big Mom is pretty much the same as the little Lin. So we're not going to have to worry about her being humanized or see her as being victimized by the coup d'etat in Totland, Big Cake Island, or whatever. My next question is there more to... I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty convinced that Lin kills Mama Carmel. Be it by accident, on purpose, or whatever. Probably by accident. She maybe tried to hug her and crushed her to death. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she's responsible for her death, or Mother Carmel sacrificed herself and took the hit for Lin-Lin's wrecking the town in Elbath. However, before the flashback started, we saw that Lin-Lin was crying out, Mother Carmel, why did you have to go, or something to that effect, giving you the impression that she didn't know where she went, or, well, I had to go back and read that. Giving the impression that what happened was somehow not clear to her, how it went down or why it went down. So we'll see as it goes forward. All I'm saying, my main thing with this chapter is fine. It was a fine chapter. We're just basically going through, we're being introduced to Big Mom's backstory, so there's nothing really to critique. It's being laid out to us. But my Big Mom is rough. I mean, I feel kind of bad for her because she might have a problem. She might, aside from the eating disorder, which is a problem, mentally she might be challenged, so to speak. And if that's the case, it's a bad break. But I'm trying to wonder how somebody who's mentally challenged rose up to be a Yonko. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. This is a good chapter. And I look forward to seeing what happens next. So 3-4 days, we'll find out. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the chapter. I'll holler at you later. Stay loose.